Hi, Lori here for a little quick video on how to do what-if analysis using GoalSeek to figure out your break-even point. And we're going to use the tire store data, and here is the spreadsheet we're going to work with. The very first thing we want to do is go ahead and make a copy of our original data. So we're going to be up here by the triangle. We're going to hit Control-C. We're going to come down here, add a new spreadsheet, go back up to the triangle, and Control-V, and that will paste our original right there for us. And we're going to call this working data. That way, if we make a mistake or we forget to backtrack or something, we can always go back to our original data to find out, to start over again if we have to. Okay, so what we're trying to do is figure out what break-even is. And break-even point is when your operating profit is at zero. So let's say that we want to figure out how many tires we have to sell in order to make break-even. Well, we're going to go to our data and our what if, but instead of scenario manager, we're going to pick GoalSeek. And the first question it asks is, what cell do you want to set? Well, that is going to be my operating profit cell down here, and I want to set my operating profit to 0, so I'm going to input the number 0, and we decided that we were going to change the number of tires we sold. So I'm going to come over here and highlight the cell that has 1,000 in it, which is our budgeted amount that we sell. Simply hit return, and it will tell you exactly how many you have to sell in order to get to 0. And in this case, it's 960.9. You can't sell 0.9 of a tire, so the answer is 961 tires will get us to break even, assuming everything else remains the same. So let's go ahead, hit cancel. Let's go see what will happen if we change the number of installs. Again, we go to What If Analysis, GoalSeek. We're going to again take our operating profit as the cell we're going to set. That's B45. We're going to set it to 0. And what are we going to change? Oops. Let's try that again. What if? GoalSeek. We're going to change our operating profit to the number 0 by changing our installs. We hit return, and it tells us by looking over here that we can lower ourselves to 1,713 installs and still break even. We're going to hit cancel because we don't want to write over our original data. Let's do that again for rotations. GoalSeek, and we're going to set our cell B45, which is our operating profit, to 0 by changing the number of rotations we do. And we'll hit return, and it tells us we need to do at least 377 rotations to break even, to generate, which is to generate an operating profit of at least 0, assuming everything else remains the same. Hit cancel. Let's do 2 more. I don't want to change the color scheme, although it might improve my performance. All right, now we're going to go to What If Analysis and GoalSeek. Again, we've got to scroll down to get to our operating profit. Then we're going to come up here into the box and press the 0, input 0, and then we're going to change cell. I believe we're going to look at repairs. Hit return, and it tells us that we can drop to 1,213.3, so 1,214 and still break even. And finally, let's see what would happen, how much we can allow the price of the tires to increase before we start losing money. And so we don't want to set that cell. We want to set our operating profit to 0 by changing, and now we can use that cell, which is D4 or D3. We hit OK, and it tells us that our price can go to $124 per tire, and we can still break even. But if our suppliers increase the price beyond $124, we're going to have to do something a little bit different in order to make money in this business. And that's it for doing a quick break-even analysis using the Excel What If GoalSeek tool, which is, I think, a lot easier than trying to do the math by hand. I hope you agree. Thanks for listening.